Hello. Guess who's back, folks? After far too long, we are finally back in Space Engineers. This new skybox looks fucking gorgeous. Alright, so, first things first, I'm gonna set up my hotbars real quick and lay out the itinerary for today. I am under no delusions that I will get anywhere close to finishing this thing today. Uh, Hello Kiwi, welcome in. Kiwi Battlecruiser when I'm building a Battlecruiser. Fun. But yeah, I'm under no delusions that I'll be able to get anywhere close to finishing this thing today. This will definitely be a multi-day project. Hello Grimlock! But I do want to get some good progress at least. Give me a moment. I'm still just setting up everything. Somewhere that and what else? Um, what other? Oh, reactors and reactors. It's been a while since I've used this mod pack, so I'm still trying to remember everything. Um, then 3, I will have decorative stuff be on hotbar 3. I don't foresee any of those. Hmm. Yeah, why not that? 4 is always going to be thrusters, so uh, I'll stick with T1 for now. Some of these. Outlens gyroscope. Outlens gyroscope will go here. Then I will put down landing gear. Uh, then I'll put down 2 control seats. 5 is always weapons, so Wyvern. Definitely gonna need these. Uh, Various secondary weapons. Most importantly, these. I'm also gonna have 300s fixed weapon. I always forget the icons. Hmm. I'll do that handle that in a little bit. Oh, I'll need these as well. There we go. Yeah, that'll work for now. So, starting off with thrusters. Okay, there we go. First 3 blocks are going to be thus. Go. So like that. And then thinking I should have put conveyors in here instead of batteries. Conveyors. Then here I'll put batteries here. Oh, and I also need to have lights. I'll put I'll put batteries here and this in toolbar 6. Um, there we go. Just because I need an omnidirectional uh connector or conveyor port right here, Grimlock, and I just don't want to use a. I don't like using just flat conveyor junctions because it feels like a waste of space, even if it isn't. Oh, actually, I just realized, because I want to put, I just remembered I want to make this compatible with Prototech, which is what I'm going to put over here, actually. Drill, battery. Where's this thruster? There it is. So if I just quickly throw this down. Oop, that. Okay. Then if I do that, okay, that's something to start with. Uh, this will be a very slow process, but hopefully she'll look good once we're done with everything. Then I'll put the eye, and then I can do. Like that. That doesn't look bad for a central engine assembly, right? I think that looks pretty good. Then actually, and then there we go. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Oh, forgot down here. God damn it. No. That's fair enough, Grimlock. Yeah, for the most part, I'd like to keep cargo centralized as well, but in a ship like this, considering how much I'll need cargo storage, I think it's best to just like have it kind of dispersed for this one specifically. Um, hmm. Let's see. I want to taper this. Problem with free building is you run into this sort of situation a lot. Hmm. I'll put that there for now. Then pop down the to hold everything in place. There we go. And then, to make sure everything stays in order... Oh, it's all good, Grimlock. To be fair, I'm a little distracted, so I'm not exactly responding the fastest either. Also, I kind of dig these new welders. That and that. There we go. That'll keep the Prototech thruster and both of my primary engines online during fights, in addition to having a couple of build and repairs built into this system, which I will handle shortly. There we go. Okay, so Prototech, this thing does... Okay. This is a fair... I'll keep it like... Actually... I have an idea. Wonder if... I think this should... Yeah, this should probably be heavy armor. Make this its own sort of intrusion. As long as it's... This should... Okay, everything's still connected. Good. Have this be its own central fire. Oh, crap. Hang on. I've also got to... get my block palette. Gray. Orange. Black. And white. Go. All this will be black for now. Yeah. Have this be a centralized spire of engines. Give it a heavy armor cowling like this. Leave those for now. And then have... Oh! I forgot to turn off Factorman counters. But then have the ion engine ranged. Hang on, I keep on forgetting how these are spaced. Yeah, like this. Something like that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think? I kind of like that. Or I could move these forward one. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move these all forward one. Then have it like that. Yeah, you know what? I kind of dig this. I think yeah, I think I'm cooking with this. This looks good. Okay, yeah, this will be, and this also gives me a good footprint to start with when I'm building. Um, yeah, yeah. All right. And then how do I incorporate these? Hmm. Also going to give this access. Go. Yeah, there we go. Off on foot access later. And then I could put a reactor right here. Yeah. Yeah. And if this, or wait, no. Even better. This. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hang on. Who was that? Who was that followed? I don't. Thank you for the follow, Helen Smith. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I I don't have my stream manager set up very well, so it takes me a minute to see things. Um, lost my train of thought. Oh right. If I could, Yeah, so I like this, but how do I blend it into a hull shape? Wrong one. And no, that doesn't work. Does it? Hmm. I don't know if I like that. Actually, it might be better if I just commit. Maybe if I just commit to the cutoff. Okay, yeah, no, that actually doesn't look... That doesn't look terrible. Sorry, Nora, but I do not do follow for follow. Apologies. I want to grow my community organically. Hmm. God, building is hard. Building is really hard. Um, let's see. Whoop. Let me spawn in real quick. Because I do want to take some inspiration from this. The proposed Ravager Mark V. Hi, Teprick, welcome in. See, yeah, Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm seeing some potential here. So what I'm thinking is, I take this setup, and I kind of bracket it in like this, and then I build a sort of shell around it. Then I could put... maybe. Oh. Nah, I don't like how that looks. Yeah, I prefer the vertical. Uh, uh. Eh, why don't... You know what? Fuck it. Whoops. What I'll do is I'll take this and make that central thing like this little bracket in here. Then I'll separate off and give this a cowl, a dedicated cowling. I think I'll, yeah, just block that out by one block. Actually, okay, so hang on. So that's essentially same as what I already had, except moved back a few blocks. So I'll move it back 5. Thank you for the follow, Stella Scarlet. Welcome, welcome. If I just pop these down. That. I'll change the color in a little bit. But if I... Thank you, Stella. If I... How do I form the cowling? Is the problem. I will keep that in mind, but please don't advertise in my chat. How do I want to play this? Let me hang on. I grab some of those vented windows. Are those on this design? Are they okay? Irrelevant, but I'll keep them one out. Why not? I do it like this, and then I wonder, can I put like a desk here? As the connector. Then flip that around. Or this. Uh oh, hang on. Wait, hang on. If I do this, then that means if I that whoop. I don't know where those placed. I'll worry about that in a second. Hmm. Uh I like the cons I like hmm. Um maybe I don't know if I hammer this out. This is oh, Grimlock. That's just the plane tool. It's a feature of vanilla Minecraft. I almost said vanilla Minecraft. It's a feature of vanilla Space Engineers. You just so for hang on, let me just place down a random block. So for a line tool, you just hold Control and then hold left your place button and then drag. And then for the plane tool, which is for like 2 dimensions, you hit Control Shift then drag while holding your place button, and it'll place all the blocks like that. It's a very useful tool, but it's only in creative mode. It doesn't work in survival mode. Um, I don't know. I I kind of dig it actually. Okay, and then if I give it like a cowling around the outside. My only concern is that that'll look a little wrong. Unless I just say fuck it. Whoops. Well, uh-oh. Unless I just say fuck it and place that. Also plop down one of these. Um, cut, paste. Nope. You know what? I can probably just get away with this. There we go. Nope. Okay, so what? Hang on. Why did the top not come with the? All right. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that's much better. Mm-hmm. Teprick, this is gonna be a battle cruiser, and she's gonna be one hell of a specimen if I have my way. She's gonna be the current plans for her armament are 7 twin barrel 460s. Shit, hang on, let me quick. Let me grab the specifications. Let's see, there we go. 7 460s, excuse me, 10 twin 300s, 4 flax, 6 180 millimeters, 12 CWIS mounts, a single 1000 millimeter lance, and 4 torpedo tubes. So she'll be very, very heavily gunned, like dramatically overgunned for an Outlands cruiser, but probably just barely ahead of the curve in terms of Reaver ships, which is a little distressing to think about. Oh, that's how he did it. Okay. Well, in that case, hang on. Um, hit it like that real quick. Yep, okay, awesome. It still works. And I'll put back the angled pieces here. Keep the aesthetic consistent. And then... Oh, but these are half. Oh. It's fine. I can just replace one. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oop, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Yeah, just a minor aesthetic price to pay. Then I will along sides. Do I want it to be tapered? I'll make it symmetrical first, then I'll see if I want to taper it. I'll just put in simple shapes for now. I'll fine it later. Yeah, this already looks pretty decent. Well, yeah, it will look better with an overhang. Oops. Yeah, I'll workshop it. Excuse me. And whoops. Hmm. Oh. Um. Yeah, you know what? That'll work for now. Oh, it's all good, Teprick. Don't force yourself to be. Yeah, there's no pressure to be interactive or anything. I'm just streaming for funsies. I just got off of a fucking a marathon at work as well, so I understand completely. It's not just for funsies. Hey, Explode, welcome in. I am currently trying to build a decent looking thruster bay, for my new Battlecruiser. Yeah, so I'm thinking a nice tall vertical main central thruster spire, and then a couple of like wing sort of structures off to the sides that extend forward. Hmm. I'm thinking of sort of doing something like this, but rotating it 90 degrees so it looks like this, and then mirroring it on the opposite way up top, and doing that over center aligned the thrusters. Oh, and then okay, yeah, I kind of dig that. Actually, I'll probably taper it, but I can just put my spectator cam over here like this, and then just tab back and forth between my character and my spectator cam. The problem is that's on a flat spot. I'll need to incorporate. I'll have to tape. Probably have to taper the hull out a bit. Yeah, I'll just boom, boom, there we go. That could work. Fuck, I'm just gonna put down a single battery on here so things can light up. Where should I put the bat? You know what? I'll stick them here and here for now. Why not? Oh, and then I have these hydrogen lines as well that need to be set up. Actually, I'll handle it in a minute. Then over here, 2 blocks ahead. So the bottom is. No? Okay, okay, okay. Top 2. Side. This might be a problem. I'll just put it out 1. On there. I apologize if you hear any weird sounds in the background. I've got somebody below my apartment blasting extremely bass heavy music for some reason. So, apologies, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Let's see here. Oh no, this is flush. Eh. Let's just see how this looks first. Oops. Okay. Two up. Is it just okay? Just 2x2. That's good to know, Grimlock. Thank you. Okay, so this doesn't look terrible. But I think... Yeah, you know what? I think this will look fine behind I think this will look fine behind that. So I'll just quickly knock this off. Okay. Oh, it's in the right place. Yes, okay. Oh yeah, that looks fine. How's that? Yeah, no, I think... Actually, I kind of dig that. Center would be... Um... I don't know. I think the big glowing, like the glowing white of the Prototech thruster differentiates it enough. Explode. Then I'm pretty sure I can just... Well, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Actually, you know what? I can just put this on either side, and then boom. There we go. Yeah, I actually... I'm actually really happy with how that looks. That... Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... This honestly looks so much better than I thought it would. And she's gonna be a fucking beast with all this thrust. Although, let me just real quick, just for the sake of having it, like, be lit up. That's a lot of blue in the back, but you know what? It kind of makes it feel a little balanced. Yeah, you know what? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Then I could put another little thruster thingy down here. Yeah, no, this is an absurd amount of thrust for one of my builds. And I just realized almost all of it is ion. I might need to swap the ions here for hydros, which that wouldn't be a very hard conversion. I just want to see how everything functions first, because this does need to be able to break 1.0 G or 1G. Yeah, that'll be a problem for a little bit later. Okay. So how do I want to do this wings? You know what? I think I'll do. What I think I'll do. I think I'll have them extend forward about to here. Yeah, about nine. That's 9 blocks. And then taper them down. Yeah, then I'll taper them down with some small hydros, and then narrow them out while flare, and then give it a flare here in the center, out 2 blocks. That I'll then take in as well. Whoop. I think I'll extend that out maybe 7 blocks. No, no. Yeah. And that can work. Um, that's entirely up to you, Grimlock. It depends on what, like, the scale of the universe, I suppose. Because this, like, what I'm building is like in my like the universes that I reside in and like to play with. This is definitely a battle cruiser. However, I know in other universes this thing would barely be a patrol frigate. So yeah, it entirely depends on, yeah, like, scale of your universe. But yeah, I would say probably like either a destroyer leader or a patrol cruiser of some sort. Let's see. How far do I want? Oops. God damn it. Um, that, you know what? Yeah, I kind of like that profile. So the winglets would end here. Um, actually, no, that's not even a problem because I would put the. Well. Ah, no, that is the problem. Whoops. Casual. Assault. Whoop. Oh, god damn it. No, get rid of all that. That. There we go. So that's, yeah, that actually feels better. Hmm. And then I can put a pair of braking large hydros here. In fact, let me do that right now. Yeah, tier 1. I don't want to go beyond tier 1 for this ship. That sounds reasonable, Grimlock. Um, then I'll probably put the 300s. Uh, here. That'll probably, yeah, there we go. Then for the dorsal battery, I think somewhere, around here, the first gun. About here for the second gun. Here for number 3. And here for 4. Maybe. No, I think I'll shift them all forward a little bit. Out here. Or the back. Fuck. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't connected. Yeah, you know what? That feels better. Then for the ventral hull, probably first gun here. And then I need to fit a hangar on the ventral side, so probably something like here-ish. Then here-ish. Hmm. You know what? I think I'll push this up by. Uh, there we go. Yeah, you know what? I like that profile a lot more. Let me move the sun real quick. Yeah. I don't think this is an awful profile for the ship. Gives me a lot of room to work with. It's just the hangar bay that'll require some work. Honestly, she's approaching battleship levels, honestly. Honestly, yeah, no, this is essentially a BL that I've armed with battlecruiser weaponry, but I can upgun her. You know, I might convert this into a BL later. She might need a little more reverse thrust, but honestly, not that much more. I want her to not be an Outland style zippy in every direction kind of ship. I want her to be very much. I want essentially forward thrust to be her, like, she can chase, but she can't really slow down, and she struggles a little to turn. So like if I'm charging after something, I actually need to turn and burn. Um, then I would probably put the 1,000 mm smack in the center, and then uh, the torpedoes down on the mandibles here and here. Okay. Oh, and then obviously, because I love them, bridge. Hmm. Bridge. Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent profile. You mean some dude? You mean the boosters? Yeah, this is the main drive section. There's a bit of an imbalance of thrust at the moment. Well, see, the thing is, Grimlock. Fun fact: Outland's ships have actually shrunk over the years. Like they've gotten smaller because there's no internal space. And because there's no internal space, that means they're denser, and because they're denser, that means the ships are, by necessity, smaller for their block count. However, I have no doubt that this thing is going to range well into the BL/BB block count range by the time I'm done with it. You know what? I'm just curious now. And this thing, I'm gonna have to like delete it when I get done because this thing is not going to stop. But, and let me just smack down a few of these so that I don't overload on power. But, Jesus! Yeah, she's a little fast. Um, hmm. Then I'm thinking of putting secondaries here and here-ish. Or no, you know what? No, I think I'll put them here and here. And then... Yeah, it's like like if you look at like some of like I'm pretty sure like some of the modern combat BLs are almost as small or like smaller than Ravager. Now, granted, Ravager had a lot of bloat space, and she was also small for a BL, but still. Let's see. Huh. All right. Um, where do I start? That's the problem with like big ships. With me, I just don't know where to start. Like start with building. I may as well fill out this area first. Um, just fill it out with blocks for now. There we go. Um, there we go. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Yep. Whoop. Yeah, there's a possibility I might crash into something grim, but you know, we can hope. Oh, hang. 7, 6. No. Hmm. Let's see. 6 180. Probably be best to have 2, 4, 6, and 4 flags. Probably 2, 4. And then just scatter the wyverns wherever. While I'm up here, though, I may as well give this its thruster cowling. So how has everybody's week been? Just to get my mind off of things. Is everybody enjoying the slow lead up to holiday season? Lost. There we go. 7. I count myself very lucky that I work at a grocery store at the moment. So I don't have to think about Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Oh, well, happy birthday, Kiwi. Well, happy belated birthday, rather. Hopefully you enjoyed. After all, it is fleeting moments like these that distract us from the slow, inevitable march of time towards the entropy that will gradually consume the entire universe and one day wipe away all traces that we ever were. Or something like that. Uh, how do I want to do? I'll just complete these thruster cowlings now. Whoops. Ah! I love hitting the fucking Windows bar by accident. Or the Windows button key by accident. E6 Texan, nice. Let me look that up real quick, because I'm not sure what that is. E6 Texan. Oh, that's cool! Beechcraft T6 Texan. Okay. It's a trainer. That's cool. Well, that's yeah. Congratulations again, Kiwi, for and happy birthday again. Wow, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that plane existed, but that's really neat. I want to kind of replicate. Yeah, that would be really cool, Kiwi. I want to kind of replicate these armor panels like this, but wait. I do need some lateral thrusters. Just enough room in here for me. Put down a couple T hydro. Thinking here. Skip one and then so I just that. Yeah, like that. Instead of I'll have a but then actually been a while since I've done this trick with thruster cowlings. Hmm. Or should I flip them the other way so that they're instead of glaring, like pointing, angling inward, they're angling outward? Uh. Ah! Well. Go. No. That's at least something. Aw. I'm trying to map out internals in my head, and I'm having some trouble doing it. Um. Probably cluster some of the ventral lift thrusters back here. Oops. Where is it? Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll probably make those T2s in hindsight. Because that's going to be a fairly... Yeah, this ship is going to need the vertical thrust. You know what? I could probably get away with having a couple of hydrogen here. How much damage does a hydrogen tank do when it explodes? Well, only one way to find out, I guess. No, just connect all that for now. And these are just half full hydro tanks. Get rid of these quick and replace them while I've still got it in my mind. There we go. All right. Oop. Up. Oh, Jesus! Hmm. Right. Fucking hell. Okay, so not taking risks with the fucking hydrogen tanks. Well, I'm glad I got that experimentation out of the way right quick like. Well, this just got dramatically more dire. Hmm. Well, I guess I'll put... Where should I put the hydro tank core? Clearly somewhere right here. Because that'll be... Problem with... The thing I hate about ship cores is that they're kind of like just a giant pain in the ass when it comes to building. They completely seal off entire areas. Like, just congratulations, you can no longer build anything here. Like, this entire section is now dead. Like, I can't do anything with that entire area. There's no, I can't do interior here. Yeah, I know, Grimlock, that was just like a shitload of damage. Like, It's not damage I can avoid either, because, like, I need... Hang on. I know Papel and I did testing a while back that hydrogen explosion can't blow out two reinforced conveyor pipes and the stuff behind. Let's see if that still holds true. Jesus, okay, yeah, that really made all the difference. Oh, but that really hurt. That also hurt the Prototech thruster quite a lot, but it's a necessary evil, I guess. Ah, accidentally bumped my mouse. You know what? Just for extra security. There we go. Yep, just the giant fucking detonator core at the heart of my ship. But I don't really have a whole lot of options, unfortunately. It's just kind of got to be this way. If I do this... Um... I'm also going to test the oxygen tanks. Because I don't want those exploding and, you know, taking out everything either. Oh. Thank you for the follow, Sandrava. Sandrava. Sandrava? Sandrava. That's what I'm going to go with. Welcome in. Nope, I do not do that, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay, still a considerable amount of damage, but nowhere near as bad. Hello, Kingsley! Welcome in! I'm doing explosive testing. Hang on, let me grab my spectator cam real quick. This is what I have gotten done on the Battlecruiser so far. I'm very happy with this engine array, and I've started building out the structure of the rest of the ship. How the fuck did that happen? I guess some debris must have hit. But yeah, I'm currently doing some testing to make sure that, Hang Hang on, you know what? I'll just do it real quick. And I'll do it way up here. But, yeah, Kingsley, we've made a somewhat worrying discovery. The times 25 hydrogen tanks are fucking terrifying because big boom. Very big boom. And yeah, without without the like this heavy armor core, by the way, is like beat to shit. Originally, hang on. Let me get rid of this for a fresh test. Let me get rid of this hydrogen core real quick. Oops. Yeah, I made a very alarming discovery, essentially. And thank God I made it, because if I hadn't, I would have been a very unhappy camper come go time. But, hang on. Let me reorient myself. Essentially, I was putting in hydrogen tanks, and I decided on 2 large hydros for redundancy. And I put them right here, because I figured, oh, you know, it's just hydrogen. How dangerous could it be? Whoop, uh-oh. 1 second. So that's what happens when the hydrogen tanks aren't protected. So, yeah, I think you can see now why I just elected to go for an armored an armored housing for the hydrogen tanks. Hang on, I gotta. What? Oh man. Hang on, I gotta replace this. All right, where'd it go? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, that must have been debris slamming into this and breaking it off. Moment. I just need to delete all the unnamed grids real quick. So yeah, without you know what, Grimlock, I'm gonna call the hydrogen core the tube. Without the tube, the entire ship kind of disintegrates when a times 25 hydrogen tank chain reacts a second times 25 hydrogen tank. Yeah, the ship kind of tends to fucking disappear when that happens, and I don't even want to know what'll happen if that also chain reacts the goddamn ammo. But you know what, I'm just gonna test that right now as well. Oop. I'm gonna guess that's a follow bot. But hey, I'm not gonna complain too hard. 3 followers. But if you're not a follow bot, welcome in Matilda Art. But that's almost certain. That sounds like a bot name to me. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Ah, yes. Fill up a large cargo container with shells. 460. There we go. Yep, 10,000 shells. How bad is that? Okay, thank God I forgot. Outland's OMP disables uh, ammo explosions. That's gonna save me just so much trouble. Okay. Okay, and then I guess I'll put. I mean, good as place as any. Probably just put the magazines here to the sides of the tube. Or not the magazines, the main cargo holds. Yeah, you know what? I'll just do it like that. Take this. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. And these are both fucking upside down. Whatever. I'll handle that in a bit. Oh yeah, no. If magazines exploded and the tube wasn't as effective as it is, like one good penetrating hit from a railgun to the core, and my entire ship explodes. Like I get the hood special, and I don't mean like ghetto. I get the HMS Hood treatment. God fuck. There we go. You know what? I'll put some reactors here, because why not? I don't think I'll go too far beyond 2 hours today, because I do want to grab myself some dinner and also play some Jump Space potentially in a little bit. Also, I need to start installing Battlefield 6 because it came out today and it looks fucking fire. And I fully intend to play a shitload of it tomorrow. Yeah, who would have thought fucking EA of all people would be winning in this situation and would produce the more consumer friendly, customer friendly first person shooter of the year? uh, I'm a little sad because this doesn't leave me a whole lot of room to do an immersive cargo bay, but we'll take what we can get. And I'm thinking right up here next to the braking thrusters. Unfortunate, Kingsley. Oh, that's a thought. I could. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I might do barbettes for my main guns, although recessed one block down. Like, man, let me just. Hmm. I wonder. And then just do that. Then put a barbette. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Honestly, that works pretty well because that gives me isolated ammo storage for the guns, as well as an auto repair that repairs the gun and the barbette itself. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that. That seems like a good idea. Um, the only problem is, actually, it drops down the conveyor though, and doesn't give me a whole lot. You know, I'll probably not do that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll stick with that for now. Because this gives me more space inside to work with. And I'm thinking I'll probably put the CIC here in its own armored box as well, on top of the tube. Because that's like, you know, by necessity, that's the most heavily armored part of the ship. So even if some, and I'll probably replace this with a heavy armor plate, so that it'll take a lot more effort to punch down into the CIC. In fact, I'll do that right now, just for the sake of. No. No. Awesome. This will be my. Yeah, see, this'll give us some good reinforcement. I might even put like a wrap. You know, also gonna put a little throwback to a simpler time. Oh, makes sense, Grimlock. A little throwback to a simpler, happier time. There we go. Now that'll fucking stop around. Especially when I make the entire CIC heavy armor. With a heavy armor ceiling as well. So essentially there'll be a thin through deck squished in right here. Actually, no, there won't even be room because... No, I can have them off to either side. But yeah, then there will be the CIC right here, underneath this extremely thick heavy armor plate, with a secondary roof as well right here. That'll be very, very, very tough to punch through. I'll also probably make an armor belt along here, one block wide, one block tall, probably 2 blocks thick, just for more armor protection as well. Yeah. Let's see. And then I need to figure out how to do these armored panels on the side, because these will be great. Like, these will be superb additional protection for the thrusters and for the engine bay on the sides. Because I do intend, because this is an older style dorsal ventral broadside ship, so I will be presenting my sides more often. So, you know, it just makes sense to have a proper old-fashioned armor belt. Hmm. Here, I'm tapering it down like this. Yeah, that actually looks kind of cool. I like that. It's like nice and inset, and gives the thrusters at least a little bit of protection. Yeah. Then I'll put 7. Like that. And then I'll put these 180s up here, like that. That way, they're not getting cooked by the braking thrusters, but they're also in a good position to intercept. I'll obviously put a Sea-Wiz back. You know what? I'll put a stacked one. Why not? Just to give it a little bit better field of fire. Pair of Sea-Wiz mounts. One top, one bottom. Guarding the rear. Yeah, that makes sense. Then I'll probably put another Sea-Wiz here. I'll just do that right now. I'm not raised. So that way, again, this can pretty much fire forward, but also side protection. Yeah. I'll probably put another couple Sea-Wizes up here, and then a few more dorsal and ventral, probably out on the wings. Now, for now though, I'm sore and very, very sleepy. Ugh. And depending on my first impressions of Battlefield 6, I might stream it a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here because I am fading and I still got some stuff to do. So I think, for 2-ish hours, this is fairly decent progress. Especially, for somebody who's not as good at building as like myself, and for me, yapping with chat and also just free building with zero context, zero plan, and zero reference images. So yeah. Uh, Thank y'all so much for joining me today. This was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, y'all have a good one. No raid today. I don't want to wrangle this stupid UI. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's raid someone. Hmm. Who should we raid? You know what? Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's raid Rubik's Raptor. Oh no, I can't. Oh, fuck it. Let's go give. Oh, should we? Fuck it. Let's go raid Akumi117. Yeah. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time. See you Starside. Bye.